Have you ever played a game where the soundtrack hits just right with you? Like there was that one song that resonated with something, or it was just because it was kick ass while you were fighting a boss, or just driving and a certain song on the radio was just really nice to listen to. That happened to me in a game called Skate 3, which I'm sure a lot of people recognize. Now, in my journey of looking through just random songs from my past, there was a lot throughout Skate 3 that I had definitely remembered, but just barely. Going Up the Country, any song by Love City, hell, Eye of the Panther, being as ridiculous as that band could be. But there was a certain one that had picked my ear really well. It was a song called Where Wolves Drink, the band being The Girls. And this became a larger rabbit hole than I had hoped. But a very good rabbit hole, for me at least. To me, there's a lot to talk about here. Their bizarre history on how the entire the entire band broke apart, and then a new band was made in between the two albums that they had made, and how they just disappeared. There's nothing that you can really find physically except just CDs of the album. And that's it. A quick look over through the basic history of just Dirtnap Records. For a new upcoming game called Skate, they needed music. Dirtnap Records took the call and gave them a couple bands. And it wasn't until the third installment that the Girls got put into. As for the Girls, they were making music back in 2004, a debuting album being, well, self-titled, The Girls, with the band being Shannon Brown, Rick Way, Dana Turner, Steve Nicks, Nick Markle, Eric Nordland, Mario M, and Thomas Burke. Between the first and the second album, the entire band broke apart. And it was just Shannon Brown, the lead singer. He was like, I want to make more, but I need a new band. So he did, and he got an entirely new band between the two albums. Sometimes it's hard to notice, but there are little bits here and there that you could definitely tell, yeah, these are different people. In which that album, being called Yes No, Yes No, Yes No, or just simply calling it Yes No from here on out, releasing in 2008. When the first one had released, it was pretty spot on. Everybody really liked it. Now, not really 10 out of 10 hitting marks, it was really just like 7 out of 10s. But funnily enough, they were liked everywhere else except their home city, Seattle. I could go day on and day out of just simply talking about how much I just love their sense of music, the style that they have. Just the synthesizer reeled me in hard. Where Wolves Drink is a very good song, their best song, but personally it's not my favorite, but hands down it's their best song. I will not dispute that. It's very easy to say. They did really interesting stuff just listening to it. The rest of their stuff is just, it's definitely my style. It's not everybody's kind of music, but it is definitely mine. And well, I'm just gonna forever gawk about it, about a band that not too many people talk about nowadays. There was a key thing about what I had said that built their band, or at least the music that they made, was synthesizers. They had this style of having this rock, like garage rock with a synthesizer, and it sounds amazing. It's really fun to listen to. I like calling it myself claustrophobic rock. Everything's so tight together and just fits just right. Now, claustrophobic does sound like a negative word, but really, I'm just saying the instruments work really well together. One song in particular that I'd say represents this really well is called Edit the Actor. You have left to right, both sides, but it's just slightly different. Pitch over here, pitch over here. It's just, it fits the name of the album. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. It's going back and forth, back and forth. It's just an experience I will not say no to listening to with somebody. If I can, I'm going to try to get people to fall into this band. Unlike the memes of people with like small bands that are either dead or just like very small following, just trying to gatekeep it. I'm trying to do the opposite. I want those bitches wide open. It would genuinely suck if it became a TikTok trend, but it would still be popular at least. At this point, I'm okay with an evil coming forth in order to do something good for once. You know, one thing you may notice when looking at the people in the bands is that not a single one of them are female at all. Not a one. And it's funny because Shannon Brown himself was like, well, I think it's just funny seeing people come just to see all girl stuff, or all girl shit, as he puts it. Here's a bit more of a tangent of like me liking their music, is that the first album, The Girls, there's a lacking amount of the synth that the second album has a lot of, that Yes No has. But the first one has a lot of really good songs. Monument of the Child, 4 a.m., Dope Disguised as Nuns. You could tell it's in early 2000s. All the 10 songs are good in their own right. It's just comparable to Yes No. I prefer the second one. But there are songs that are very nice that the first album was able to bring to life. Comparing to like the other bands that Dirt Nap Records took over and gave for Skate, they don't hit just the same. Like the song "Eye of the Panther," like it's kick-ass. It's hilarious. That band, look up that band. I'm forgetting their name. They're awesome. They're hilarious. And then you have Love City. They're a bit more similar. They have this like accordion or reed organ with all the 4 songs. There are only 4 songs that they did in that style. The rest are this like slow music, and it's just so odd. You have this really good style that is just so good, and you get thrown away. Simple as that. But in the first game, they had a certain band called the Epoxies. I looked at most of the bands that the wiki page brought up that was put into the first game. The Epoxies was the main one that I listened to. They used their synthesizer in such a weird way that it just kind of gets on your nerves, like scratching your back with a rake, if that doesn't sound bad enough already. I've pretty much stated most of the stuff I really needed to. I just need people to listen to this fucking band. I am on my knees needing someone to just go, whatever, I'll try them out. Look them up on Spotify, go, hey, here's a song, boot it up. Holy shit. I get it. It's just the mysterious part about this band. There's nothing physical. As I said earlier, what I mean by that, like, there's CDs. You can get CDs of their albums, but like footage, like actual footage of the band on tours. They've gone on tours. They're like written out like interviews and stuff like that. You can't find physical stuff anywhere. It's like there are theories on certain videos on YouTube of just the songs where people are just saying this is likely just one person and it's just made up as a band. And it's a fake band, which would suck. I'm begging, if that's true, I'm begging that person to come back, please. Instead of leaving the video on a Easter egg hunt, a scavenger hunt of just anything physical, because if you can, I want it. But instead of leaving it off like that, I want to discuss another band. For if you are as addicted to this band as I am, look up a band called Kitchen People. They're very good. Thing is, they only have 15 songs, and their first album is really good. The second one is kind of meh, but the one song is good. It's a different singer, but Planet Perth is the only good one in their second album, which was like last year, or dang it, it's New Year's, 2 years ago. But their first album, Trendoid, absolutely, they use the synthesizer just, I want to say better than the Girls in a couple ways. Songs like Trendoid, same as the album. They showed me things, Bad Mate, Physical Reaction, all really good. Very, very good. The only bad part about them is that you can't really listen to a single song on repeat, unlike the girls, which just kind of sucks, I will say. But overall, if you like the girls, you will love Kitchen People. I don't know. You could be different. You may be a fan of the Epoxies. I will leave you to whatever you like. I will not stop you. Anyways, that's all I had to say. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Go listen to the Kitchen People and the girls. Good night. Okay, I was lying. That is not the end. I just found something. I'm very surprised. This may actually be the only footage of an actual, like, concert from them. Like, I say concert, but it's like a very small room, and it looks like it would be inside of just a bar. But it's just them playing the song in like a like 2006. It says, and well, with your eyes and how you look at it, it's literally just them playing the song Return to Zero. I'm very surprised it was actually able to find it. It was one weird search. And here it is.